Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I don't have a cameraman with me, so it's just me and you here, but I figure it doesn't really matter because a lot of this is going to be kind of just me actually working on the Boxsters. So the big things that I can see that this car needs a little bit of love with off rip was purely just cosmetics. Mechanically the car is in really good shape and electronically it's in really good shape, but cosmetically not so much. That was my thought when buying the car, that if the car was cosmetically good and electronically good, but mechanically not so good, then at least I only have to work on one thing. The interior is absolutely disgusting. I don't think this car has been cleaned in 20 years, quite honestly. The interior is gross. But yeah, so anyone who is more experienced with cars and, especially the 986 Boxster in any capacity, and give me any advice on how to do things on this car or things I should do, please let me know in the comments. Yeah, let's get into it. It's gonna be a little different, a little bit more personable, so probably a little bit longer video, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get into this interior cleaning. This definitely needs a bit of love. So it doesn't come out too great on camera, but the mats are disgusting. So these rubber mats I'm just gonna throw out because I don't really love the way they look. This is all gross. This is all gross up here. So this has to be cleaned. I can do that. I'm gonna clean up the mats, try to get these seats out because who knows, how much gunk is under those seats. It could be 20 years, 25 years since the interior under the seats and stuff has been cleaned. So we're gonna steam this, clean this all out. So let's get the top down so we can start working on it. I'm gonna do it mostly inside because it's very sunny out today and I don't want the sun just beating on the interior. Not that it's in great condition anyway, but why put it in worse condition? All right, so starting off with the interior, the easy stuff. Let's take this out. Garbage. This guy who previously owned it did leave some personal things in here, so obviously that's all gonna be garbage. He already knows that I have it, and I already messaged him and just let him know that I have some of his personal stuff. So we're gonna be working on the easy stuff first, obviously. So we got also where is it? Oh, must have fallen. Well, there was a little camera there that I unplugged and it fell on the floor. So it's right there. So I want to get behind all these panels here, get this wire out of the car entirely because it's kind of done. Gonna go through all this, clean out all his personal stuff, and get these seats out. Okay, so a little update on the dash cam removal, which I actually didn't know how complicated this was. It goes all the way through here and then it went under there and then behind this panel, which I took off. So I'm just trying to figure out how these wires work. Again, I don't know anything about working on cars, but I figure if I could figure out how to work on this car, then everything else should be pretty easy after that. So let's try to get this thing fully out. So I actually didn't know this was like somewhat complicated to install, like there's wiring and stuff. I thought this just plugged into something. I didn't know how it worked. I got some electrical tape. I'm recovering the wires so they were each, put into here with those little tabs. So I'm just gonna cover this all up and then hopefully we should be able to put the panel back on and we should be good to go. I've been testing everything, so it looks like everything is working. So I haven't disconnected anything that would be an issue, so we should be good. All right, so the next thing I want to do is try to clean up this interior as best I can. So I'm going to get obviously the mats out. I'm going to take out as many pieces as I can to be able to access every part of the carpet that I can. So let's try to get these seats out as well. So 3, 2, 1. All right, so update. It's about 7 hours later. I've stripped both of the bolts, but we got Nick, my friend who actually knows how to work on cars. He came all the way out here to help me because I know what I was doing. I was getting pissed, but I think we got it. We got the battery disconnected. So now we got to get this seat out. That seat has one different bolt, which is
So that has a triple square. And so it's basically like a 12-point socket, but inverted. So we're going to have to go. I think I have one tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, I'll come by. We'll get this seat out. And then we'll continue on with the project.
Yeah, so we gotta get this out though. You think we can just get this out now though? This just has wiring.
This should be all good to go.
All right, so let me see if I could do this part. All right, so it's the next day. We got Nick back. I fed him, so he's working for free. We got both seats out. This is what it looks like under them. I vacuumed that one a little bit already, but we still gotta shampoo it. This is what it's looking like, so we gotta get to work on that. We got some trees in there. All right, so we got one seat almost back in, so it's the driver's side seat. So we got Nick doing that, putting him to work, making him earn his paycheck. I look horrible. It took quite a while to shampoo these carpets because they were pretty disgusting, but pretty much got everything out. They look a lot better now. You can see we also shampooed the doors. Those bottom parts of the door cards are also carpet. Let me clean that up. Cleaned up everything up here, cleaned the leather so it looks a lot better. Clean that center console up. Gotta reattach the door, the cover thing, because that's broken anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This is all cleaned up. That's moving smoothly. That looks great. Plug that back in. All right, so next day, just taking you guys through the interior. So we fully cleaned it up. So you can see the carpets look way better. Some leaves in there when I pulled it back in, I guess, was little leaves, but interior looks way better. There was literally a whole layer of dirt making that light beige color, almost like a dark beige. We cleaned it all up. It looks way better now. So I want to do the outside because if you guys can see, I don't know how well it comes out on camera, but there is some swirls in the paint. The paint is actually in good condition in terms of the clear coat, but the paint does need to be corrected a bit and clayed and all that, which I do know how to do, but it's been raining the last couple days, so I can't go outside and do it. I usually would do the polishing and the whole two-step process inside, but I like to wash the car first, so can't do that when it's raining. It's literally been downpouring for the last couple days. This is the first real kind of start to the whole restoration, if you will, of this 986 Boxster. Not a full restoration, but kind of build, I guess. I figure always the first thing you should do when you buy an older used car is clean it up, get it looking as good as it can without spending money. So we're gonna start with obviously the whole outside detail, but the interior is done. I do want to do some stuff to this car, of course, in terms of performance. Probably not going to try to build a lot of power with that like we have with this, but you know, I don't really need to, and it's a 2.7 naturally aspirated flat sixes. There's not plenty of power to be built there. But I do want to put an exhaust on it. I want to get a really cheap exhaust. I found one on eBay that's like 180 bucks. I want to change out the shift knob, try to find the cheapest one I can. A really cool like wood one, like the ones I use in the Carrera T's would be really cool, I think, for this interior. But with that being said, I have a lot of plans for this car, so I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you have any things that you think I should do to the car, please let me know in the comments. And of course, we'll most likely do it, or at least try to do it. I'm gonna try to do every single piece of work on this car myself, and or with my friends, my friend Nick, who was able to come help me out with this video because he has much more experience with this stuff, so he can kind of teach me stuff. But I was able to do most of it myself. He had certain socket wrench things that I needed that I didn't have, so he just came over and helped me with that. But for the most part, I did everything myself. Not that I did a lot, but taking out the interior, taking apart the interior, taking out the seats, that's more than I ever did on a car. You know, disconnecting the battery, reconnecting the battery, that's a start, right? So I've never done it before on my own, so it was kind of cool to do all that on my own this time. But I hope to do a lot more to this car. Like I said, an exhaust, probably gonna change the wheels. I don't hate the wheels. I did hate them at first, but I'm going to like them. Maybe use them as like a winter setup. I'd really love to get crab claw wheels, which are the like 997 wheels. I'd really love to get those, but they're just very expensive. Every time I see one on Facebook Marketplace, they're like $1,000, $1,500, which if I was buying wheels for this car, I wouldn't mind spending 4 or 5 grand on this car. But the whole point of this car is to try to build a budget Porsche, but be as fun in its own right as this car is. So I want them to both have their own identities as cars, of course, but I want to try to build this car. So I paid about $10,000 for the car, and I want to try to get all the parts and all the work done for less than maybe a total of $13,000 to $15,000, meaning a total cost of the car, including the cost of the car. So $3,000 to $5,000 in parts, and try to do most of the work myself, or pretty much do all the work myself. If I can't do the work myself, I'm simply just not doing the job. But obviously this car, this one, has had plenty of work done and I didn't do any of it. So I want to use this to learn how to start working on these cars so I can start working on this myself. But of course, as always, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that. I don't know how this whole like vlog style is gonna come out. I usually have a cameraman, but he was not available because it was Father's Day when we were filming. So he was spending time with his family. But I just want to thank you guys, of course, for watching the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.